Day 117. In a nutshell, there are times when one should offer negative information about a shidduch without being asked, and there are times when one should remain silent. Shidduchim. It is remarkable that the verse which begins, Lo selech rocho ba'amecha, do not go as a gossip monger among your people, concludes, Lo samod adam recha, do not stand by as your brother's blood is being shed. In its plain meaning, the second prohibition forbids us to stand by idly when we see that a Jew's life is in danger. Obviously, if the Torah placed this prohibition in the very same verse as the primary prohibition against speaking Loshon Hara or Hilchos, there must be some connection between them. Earlier in the Sefer, the Chavrusa explains that Hilchos can kill three: the speaker, the listener, and the subject. The Torah is telling us, do not cause your brother's blood to be spilled by speaking evil of him. We know that a single verse in the Torah can be interpreted in a variety of ways. In today's segment, the Chavrusa sees a completely different connection between Lo selech rocho ba'amecha and Lo samad adam recha. The Torah is telling us that although speaking Loshon Hara is usually terrible and a destructive sin, there are times when one must speak Loshon Hara in order to prevent someone from being harmed. In these situations, if one chooses to remain silent, he will have transgressed the sin of standing by idly while his fellow's blood is being spilled. For example, a couple is engaged and on the verge of engaged or on the verge of becoming engaged, and one knows that the chassan has a serious internal illness of which the Kaddish family is unaware, or one knows firsthand that the chassan who gives the appearance of being a God-fearing Jew is actually not bikoris, and in these cases one is obligated to relate this information. If one chooses to remain silent, so the marriage takes place and the Kaddish family is ruined, then then he is guilty of lo samad adam recha. Of course, the same would apply if one knows such information about the Kala. If someone is seeking a shidduch for his daughter and inquires about a certain young man's level of learning, then those who are asked are required to respond honestly. However, if the family did not make any inquiries, one should not offer such information. If it was really important that their daughter marry a Talmid Chacham, the parents would have investigated the matter properly on their own. The following actually happened. A few teenage classmates were engaged in light conversation. One of them said, I heard that our Rebbe's sister has a heart condition. Later, that sister was suggested as a possible shidduch for a brother of one of those boys. The boy told his parents, I don't think you should consider this suggestion. I heard that she has a heart condition. The parents accepted their son's report as fact and called off the shidduch. Later, it was discovered that this young woman did not have a heart condition. She had been congested one day and was panting for breath. Someone assumed that her shortness of breath indicated a heart problem, and that the person carelessly spread the word. Yes, Loshon Hara can be very destructive, especially in sensitive matters such as shidduchim. Again, in a nutshell, there are times when one should offer negative information about a shidduch without being asked, and there are times when one should remain silent. Have a wonderful day.